Hi friends, this is your pal Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons & Dragons, and we're going to talk about a brand new campaign I just started, the Drogar campaign. So this was played with the hardcore player. We just finished session 1, and it was fantastic. It was really, really excellent. I had a blast. I really, really enjoyed it, and there were a lot of great aspects of this campaign. So what were some of the good aspects? This was um, an in-person campaign. We play, and so that was awesome. This was played at my kitchen table, human to human. Humans less than 6 feet away. Just really fantastic. This was played using the Dungeons and Dragons, um, Dragon's Tail, Red, the Lego Dungeons and Dragons Red Dragon's Tail set, as well as the Lego Dungeons and Dragons custom minifigure set, as well as many other awesome fantasy-based parts from Lego Castle, and from the many Lego Castle themed sets, and from Lego Lord of the Rings sets. So that was really nice. We were able to use official Lego terrain, official Lego miniatures, custom minifigs, and official Lego owlbear. It was awesome. It was really, really fantastic. On my and this is huge. I was so excited about this. This was the first Dungeons and Dragons campaign where I used the physical 2024 core rulebook PHB, the physical 2024 core monster manual, the 2024 core Dungeon Master Guide, all 3 books, all at the table, all physical. It was so wonderful, but also bittersweet. So I am ecstatic about just enjoying this incredibly wonderful blessing of the 2024 core rulebooks. They are mind-blowing, without a doubt, the most fantastic, uh, you know, the most fantastic experience that we've ever had with any core rulebook set. For 1E, 2E, 3E, 4E, 5E, and now VE. It's really incredible, and I'm just I'm so excited about it. Right? It's really fantastic. And I absolutely love it. It's just so cool, right? And it was really special. But I have to say, the other day, so I have the 1E D&D canon hardbacks, the 2E D&D canon hardbacks, the 3E D&D canon hardbacks, the 4E D&D canon hardbacks, and the 5E 2014 D&D canon hardbacks. And I didn't expect this emotional reaction, but I keep the 1E, 2E, 3E, 4E, and 5E, 4E, I kept them on my bookshelf, right? And I would show them to guests, and I would take them down and peruse them every now and then. But they're retired. They sit on the shelf most of the time. They come down and visit every now and then. But the reality is, my 5E books for 10 years never went up on the shelf, right? They stayed down because I needed to grab them, and they were always on a table, or there's this special table in my living room, right, where I actually keep them, and they're ready. You don't pull them off the shelf. They're ready for action, right? And the other day, it blew my mind. I took the 2014 DMG, the 2014 and the 2014 PHB, and I put them up on the shelf, right? And I realized these haven't been on the shelf for 10 years, right? These have never been on the shelf, right? I bought them, and they've been in constant use ever since, and I would never think of putting these books on the shelf, and now they're on the shelf, right? And so it really was incredibly bittersweet. So this campaign was with the physical player, the hardcore player, right? And I'm calling this player the hardcore player because he is hardcore. He's a fan of of music that goes hard, right? Like, and really great guy. And so I call him the hardcore player. And and I just really want to say a huge thanks to the hardcore player for allowing me to run with the DMG, the PHB, and the Monster Manual. And it was really incredible. Now I have to say that this does happen. I always have the DMG ready, but in this game, I literally flipped through the PHB and I literally flipped through the MM, but I did not need the Monster Manual. I think I'm sorry. I flipped through the during play. I flipped through the PHB and the Monster Manual, but I did not need the DMG. So the DMG is rarely used at the table, right? It's mostly used in the week coming up for prep, and I did use it in the week coming up for prep. So it was really, but it was pretty wild to play my first campaign with the D&D VE, the 2024 core rulebooks. I'm super psyched about the Drogar campaign. This is just, I just wanted to give you the structure of it. I'm just really so thrilled to be running Dungeons and Dragons with these 3 physical books, to be through the period where we had, some and not all, to see the full sweep, to see the full triumvirate. It's pretty awesome. And so it's just so, and I'm like, and this is quite literally, I finished the campaign. I finished the session, the first session of the campaign, like less than 45 minutes ago. And I'm just on an emotional high. And it's really, there's nothing sweeter in the secular world than Dungeons and Dragons. It's really, really wild. So thank you for letting me share this with you. I would love to hear your thoughts on the 2024 core rulebooks. Have you had them at the table yet? What's been your experience? Did you feel that bittersweet pain when you put your 2024 5e books back up on the shelf? Really, really wild. And also just wondering, like, am I ever going to see this again? Will I ever see another set of 2024? Will I ever see another set of DMG, PHB, MM? For a whole lot of reasons, I'm really curious. Will I live to see it? Will they ever print another? Will the world crack in half? Right? It's pretty wild. So, but I'm really fascinated by this, and thank you for letting me share this with you. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.